When G-Dragon stepped onto the stage in Hanoi, under a sky heavy with rain and the roaring cheers of tens of thousands, it became clear that this wasn't just another concert, it felt like a homecoming. A return filled with warmth, devotion, and a kind of emotional electricity that only an artist of his caliber could inspire. Across 2 unforgettable nights, nearly 100,000 fans filled Mỹ Đình Stadium, turning the venue into a shimmering ocean of light sticks and voices shouting his name. Despite the downpour, slippery stage, and humidity that lingered in the air, G-Dragon performed with an intensity that felt almost intimate. His charisma lit up the stadium, not because of grand effects or dramatic staging, but because he poured genuine emotion into every note. He delivered hit after hit, songs that defined a generation, and moved with the same fearless energy fans remembered from his peak years. Yet there was also a softness to him this time, a quiet gratitude that made every gesture feel meaningful. At moments, he couldn't help but laugh with the crowd as they all stood together under the heavy rain. He joked about the weather, teased fans who kept chanting his name, and paused often to look out at the massive sea of faces, as if trying to take in every second. And when he spoke about his Vietnamese fam, he described their devotion as unreal, saying their energy reminded him why he fell in love with performing in the first place. But the moment that truly shook Hanoi came near the end of his set. Standing on the rain-soaked stage, water dripping from his hair, G-Dragon placed a hand over his chest, looked out over the crowd, and said softly, "Thank Hanoi." Just 2 words, yet they carried the weight of years. Years of waiting, years of anticipation, years of love from fans who never stopped believing in him, even through silence, even through uncertainty. His voice trembled slightly, not with fatigue, but with sincerity. The stadium erupted, and in that instant, thousands of people felt the same warmth in their hearts. For many, this wasn't just a concert highlight. It was a reminder of the profound bond between G-Dragon and his fans, a connection built not only on record-breaking hits or legendary stages, but on loyalty, shared memories, and emotional truth. It was a moment that reminded everyone why he remains the king of K-pop in their hearts. What made the Hanoi shows so powerful wasn't simply the scale, but the feeling, an unspoken understanding between artist and audience. Fans had waited years to see him again. They stood in the rain for hours, some even days, lining up with plastic ponchos in trembling excitement. And when he finally appeared, all that patience and passion came rushing to the surface. For many international acts, large crowds are expected. But for G-Dragon, this event symbolized something deeper: resilience, renewal, and proof that his influence remains untouched. Even after time away from the stage, he returned to find tens of thousands still there, waiting, screaming, crying, celebrating. In tonight's episode of Kpop Spotlight, we explore not just the concert, but the emotion behind it. We revisit the most breathtaking moments of G-Dragon's Hanoi performance, uncover why nearly 100,000 people braved the rain to see him, and reflect on how a simple message of gratitude became the most unforgettable moment of the night. Because in Hanoi, for 2 nights, it wasn't just G-Dragon performing. It was G-Dragon reconnecting, heart to heart, with the people who never stopped loving him.